Hey, how's it going, guys? MrBossFTW here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some really helpful glitches, tips, tricks, hidden things, secret details, and just general overall cool things you might not have known about in Grand Theft Auto Online. So we've got a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any more time, and let's jump straight into this. The first of which is some information that comes from FunMW2, which might indicate we could be getting a ton of Criminal Empire-style updates very soon in online. So when I mean criminal style updates, I'm thinking along the lines of executives and other criminals, finance and felony, and import and export. Things that revolve around either using the CEO offices or something like SecuroServe. So he states, not to mention, they have added SecuroServe as a new contact and the super yacht to the mission creator. So what that means is we could see more missions provided by SecuroServe. And he just kind of follows up by clarifying, no, I said the mission creator, or you can call it the dev creator, whatever you like. So basically, Rockstar have added the yachts in a way where they can incorporate them into future missions, which is actually really cool. So this is great news if you're a big fan of the finance and felony style missions, import and export style missions, and the other ones that we got with executives and other criminals, more like the VIP work. We could be seeing a lot of that coming soon. I mean, the system is in place, so it makes sense that Rockstar would just keep building and building and building on top of it, just like we've seen them do from executives and other criminals to finance and felony, and more recently with the import and export DLC. So it will be interesting to see what route they take next, but I would imagine it's going to be building off of this system. All right, moving on, I'm going to show you guys two pretty cool glitches. The first of which actually has to do with the giant Christmas tree in Legion Square. So what's actually cool about this is there's kind of a launch glitch that can be tied to this. What it actually requires you to have is the giant dump truck. So go ahead and spawn that in and then just back it up to the Christmas tree, just like I've done right here. Now you might need another vehicle to get on top of this, so grab one of those, or you can use a friend to help you out. And basically what you want to do is just run to the end of the dump and then try and jump in the Christmas tree. And you'll notice that because when you get thrown in the Christmas tree, either the game or Rockstar doesn't like that, it sends you flying straight up into the air, and then you just dive back down to the ground. And you shouldn't die from this either, which is great because it means you can do it over and over and over again. So if you kind of want to freak out your friends or just want to do this super fun launch glitch like this is something you can do. And this is great because you can take advantage of this for almost a week and a half now. This tree is going to be in Grand Theft Auto Online at least for the next 11 days or so. So take advantage of this, maybe freak out your friends or just do something fun. So I thought that was super cool. And the next glitch I'm going to show you guys is actually how you can remove snow from your in-game Grand Theft Auto Online lobbies. So I actually like the snow, but some people might not, or they might want to do some car importing or exporting and say, you know what, I don't want snow in my lobby, so I want to get rid of it. And this is actually going to be very helpful for when the snow returns over New Year's. What you can do is actually get rid of the snow in lobbies. And the way to do this is by using stunt races. So I talked about this almost a week or two ago, that in stunt races, there is no snow. So because there is no snow in the stunt races, if you load up into one of them, and then instead of racing, you just go over to the start menu, go over to one of your friends and join one of your friends, the weather conditions of the stunt race will be carried over into that lobby, meaning you will not be experiencing snow when you load back in, even though the other people in the lobby will. So like I said, this is great if you're just maybe a Grinch and you don't like the snow, or you want to do the vehicle importing, exporting, sourcing, and selling. This is a great way in which you can get rid of the snow. Or like I said, if you're trying to shoot a Snapmatic photo or just something like that where snow is, going to mess things up, this is a great way in which you can go about removing it. And as I mentioned earlier, even though there's no snow in the game currently, we know that over the New Year's weekend, there is going to be snow returning, so you can use it during then, and you can get rid of the snow if you do indeed want to. All right, up next, two things I didn't know regarding the CEO offices and the Biker MC clubhouses was the amount of dynamic materials that spawns in them. So you guys know in the CEO office, there's money scattered everywhere. Did you know that that money is going to continue to grow until your office computer reads that you've sold $20 million worth of cargo? $20 million is the maximum amount in which you'll stop getting money being spread out in your office. I have about $8 million right now, and you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm not even halfway to the maximum amount of money you can have in here, which is pretty crazy. And then for the Biker MC Clubhouse, it's kind of on a smaller scale. It actually goes in increments of 100,000, 300,000, and then 500,000. So once you reach over $500,000 in biker sales, you're no longer going to see see the money and the cocaine and all the other drugs and other stuff like that start piling up in your MC clubhouse, which is why you probably noticed you had way less in there than you did in the CEO office. I'm not sure why Rockstar did that. Maybe they were trying to scale back or didn't love the idea of so much money being spread around, but I still think that is pretty cool. And in case you guys were wondering how that goes about growing, it goes in those increments, or in the case of the CEO, it goes by 20 million. So up next, this is actually relevant because these vehicles are going to be releasing into the game soon, and that is the kind of rough speed or performance of the unreleased cars. So we've got one bike, which is going to be coming into the game. All these times are from Bruffy1322. So if you want to check him out, I'll have it linked in the description. According to his test, the regular FCR 1000 bike is going to be the 17th best motorcycle, where the custom version, the FCR 1000 Custom, is going to be the 13th best bike. So take of that whatever you want in case you're interested in getting that as one of the vehicles. Now, very interesting here, the Spectre Custom is going to be the 12th fastest sports car in the game, or 12th best sports car, while the regular version of the Spectre is going to be the 8th best sports car in the game. So keep in mind that if you do upgrade the Spectre to the Spectre Custom, it is going to be slower by an actual significant amount. So once again, keep that in mind right there. And last but not least, we've got the new supercar, the Itali GTB. The custom version is actually the 15th best supercar, which again is not all that great. And then the regular version of the Itali GTB is the 10th best supercar, which is slightly better, still not amazing. But again, the same thing happens here, that when you upgrade the Itali GTB to the custom version, you're going to get a significant performance hit. So that is something you need to keep in mind whenever these vehicles do release and come out. Just keep that in mind, that it is going to be a performance hit in order to upgrade them and get all the new customization and mods for those vehicles. All right, up next, this is something I found that was pretty interesting. In the custom auto shop, you guys know you can have your custom like designed floors. Well, one of them is kind of like the world of Los Santos. And one of the most interesting things about this one is, for whatever reason, there's two FIB buildings. So I don't know if this was a mistake on Rockstar or if they're trying to tell us something here, but you would have thought this one would have been like the IAA building or something like that. But no, there's two identical FIB buildings side by side. So I'm not sure why this is or what the sort of error Rockstar ended up doing here, but that is still pretty weird because the rest of the map is pretty correct. So it would be weird to see them just randomly put two FIB buildings here without it being a mistake. I don't know. Did you guys notice this? Did you notice any others from the custom auto shop designs? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, in my video the other day, I touched on a lot of the things that kind of bothered me from the Comet Retro Custom on the liveries, and that actually kind of made me look into some of the other vehicles, and I noticed this on the Nero Custom. Now, this doesn't bother me as much. This is on like the Pendulous livery, which is actually really beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I love this livery a lot. But one of the most interesting things here is that on two sides, on the passenger side and on the hood, you've got the number 1, but on the driver's side, you have the number 7. To give you guys an analogy here, like I said, that'd be like a sports athlete having his jersey on the front, say like 17, and on the back, say, 4. It just wouldn't make sense. They're two totally different numbers. So I don't know if that was a mistake on Rockstar's end. I don't know if they're supposed to be different, but that's something I noticed. And now that it's on there is really going to bother me. So like I said, if you noticed anything else on the new liveries, let me know in the comment section down below as well. Up next, I'm going to be telling you guys about a really weird glitch that's going around that's actually preventing people from sourcing and selling cars, and that is their office chair is disappearing. Now, I've had a problem with this office chair for a while now because you've got this like multi-million-dollar office, and then you've got this chair that's like from Walmart or something like that. So again, I don't know why you've got this beautiful office and this kind of, rundown looking chair, but it has been disappearing from players' offices, which would obviously prevent you from sitting down and sourcing, selling cars. So hopefully Rockstar is aware about this because this could be a huge issue. And I'm serious here because sometimes you don't want to leave a lobby because you've got either a solo or public session, or you have unlocked a rare special item and leaving that session will cause that to go away. So this is something Rockstar needs to address. stress, even if it's a small issue, it seems to be affecting a lot of you because this isn't the first time I've seen something like this happen. Some great news for content creators. In the creator, you can actually use dynamic props now, which is actually kind of awesome. So one of the dynamic props is coming from one of the missions. I think it's called Plowed, where you're supposed to like ram into the boxes and they destroy. And it's really cool. And I'm glad Rockstar has finally decided to add that to the creator. So I'm really excited how many of the talented people in the community are going to use that to create some awesome, hopefully new jobs and missions that we'll be able to do. So that is actually super cool. I love when Rockstar allows the talented people of the community and gives them more tools to just create some awesome stuff for us in Grand Theft Auto Online. And finally, last but not least today, this is something that happened on my live stream the other day. I got this message from Martin Madrazo and it just said error in all caps with an exclamation point. Can someone explain this to me? This is the first time that this has happened to me, and I thought this was extremely weird. I mean, if you were watching my stream yesterday, you saw it happen. It was probably the weirdest thing ever. I don't know what this is. I don't know why Martin Madrazo is sending me error exclamation mark, but hopefully you guys will have an answer, and hopefully you can also tell me in the comment section down below. But anyways, that's all the information that I have for you guys in this video today, and all the kind of glitches, hidden things, tips and tricks, secret features we're going to be looking at in this video. As always, with this sort of video, I like to teach you at least 1 or 2 new things that you can walk away with. Hopefully, it's more than that. If you did, be sure to drop a like rating on the video. That would be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, where you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.